People say the second $100,000 comes faster. Sometimes it does, but that is not the biggest change. Evan needs 6 monthly transfers to invest $6,000. Then one market swing moves his portfolio by the same amount. And the button he is about to click could add roughly 2 years to his path to $200,000. The dangerous part is not the market move. It is the decision that move makes him want to make. For this example, Evan's $100,000 includes only his retirement and brokerage investments. His emergency cash, home, car, and other assets stay separate. Once a month on payday, he automatically invests $1,000. So adding $6,000 takes 6 months of leaving that plan in place. Now imagine his $100,000 portfolio rises by 6%. That is about $6,000. Nothing magical switches on at $100,000. At $10,000, the same move is only $600. But at $100,000, one 6% move can equal 6 months of Evan's contributions. The percentage did not change. The base did. For years, most of the progress Evan saw came from money leaving his checking account. Now the investments can create a move large enough to feel like they are doing the work for him. At first, that feels like relief. Evan has wanted more breathing room in his budget. No new bill arrives that morning, and nothing about his long-term goal has changed. But the green number makes cutting his contribution feel suddenly safe. He opens the automatic transfer setting. It says $1,000. He types $500 and pauses over save. That one edit would remove $6,000 a year from his contributions. The same dollar amount that made the recent market move feel so powerful. He would be cutting the lever he controls most directly because the lever he does not control just had a good run. There were always two engines, what Evan contributes and what the portfolio gains or loses. Around $100,000, the second engine simply becomes harder to ignore. But it has not made the first engine irrelevant. Before Evan clicks save, let's price that decision. With no market growth, 100 monthly transfers of $1,000 would take Evan from $100,000 to $200,000 in 8 years and 4 months. Now use a simplified illustration. A hypothetical 6% effective annual return applied evenly each month, with Evan contributing at the end of every month. At $1,000 a month, the balance first passes $200,000 after about 59 months, 4 years and 11 months. Cut the contribution to $500 and it takes about 83 months, 6 years and 11 months. That one click adds roughly 2 years. Real markets do not grow smoothly. Returns are not guaranteed, and this calculation leaves out fees, taxes, withdrawals, and inflation. It is not a forecast. It shows only one thing. The existing balance can shorten the path, while Evan's contribution still has enormous influence over the result. $500 is not inherently wrong. If that is what Evan's real budget supports, it may be the right contribution. But the green number has not told him anything new about what he can afford. Evan closes the page without saving. But a rising market is only half the trap. A few months later, the account falls by about $6,000. Now the same number feels completely different. The gain felt like the portfolio had done 6 months of saving for him. The decline feels like 6 months of saving has vanished. No $6,000 cash withdrawal occurred. But the loss is real. His holdings are worth about $6,000 less, reducing the account whether or not he sells. Evan opens the transfer setting again. After the gain, he wanted to replace $1,000 with $500 because the portfolio looked powerful. After the decline, he wants to replace $1,000 with $0 because the plan suddenly feels dangerous. Opposite market moves, same mistake, letting the screen rewrite the plan. For years, discipline meant sending money every payday. Now it also means keeping the latest green or red number from making the next decision for him. FINRA advises investors to avoid impulsive decisions during volatile markets and to return to their goals and long-term plan. That does not mean every change is wrong. A contribution or investment plan may deserve a review when the goal, time horizon, income, emergency savings, need for cash, or ability to take risk changes. A market move is information about the account. It is not automatically a command. So before Evan touches save, he uses a 3-question reset. First, what did I add? $1,000 a month. That is the lever he controls most directly. Second, how much did the portfolio move? About $6,000 in this example. The account's market value changed. Third, what changed in my actual life? Did his goal change? Does he need the money sooner? Did his income, emergency cash, time horizon, or ability to take risk change? That third answer, not the color of today's return, is where a real plan review begins. His desire for more room in the budget is real, and it deserves a proper review. But the green move did not solve that issue, and the red move did not create it. In this example, the reasons behind his plan have not changed. Only the market value has. So Evan clears the zero, closes the page, and keeps the review date he had already scheduled. On that date, he can examine his real cash flow, goals, and risk. He may keep contributing $1,000. He may lower it. He may decide that rebuilding cash comes first. He is not refusing to change. He is choosing a better reason and a better time to change. That is Evan's choice in this example. It is not a rule telling everyone to hold, sell, or keep contributing at the same rate. The point is to separate a market event from a change in the plan, and the numbers will only become more noticeable. If Evan reaches $200,000, the same 6% move would be about $12,000, the same dollar amount as an entire year of his current contributions. The money does more work. It also makes more noise. The first $100,000 tested whether Evan could build the system. The next $100,000 tests whether he can keep running it after the system starts making bigger moves of its own. That is the different game. Not guaranteed speed, not instant financial freedom. A larger role for the money already invested, and a larger cost for letting one good stretch or one bad stretch rewrite the plan. If this helped you see the milestone more clearly, subscribe to Wealth Made Clear for calm, practical money explanations without the hype. This hypothetical example is for general education and entertainment, not individualized investment, tax, or legal advice. Returns are not guaranteed, and investing involves the risk of losing principal. Calculations use nominal dollars and exclude fees, taxes, and inflation.